and welcome to Disaster 365 Radio Show, a program produced by the Department of Disaster Management and Emergencies. I am your host, Joanna Wilson, Community Preparedness Officer at the DDME. In this edition, we're excited to hear from Mr. Desmond Lightbourne, the DDME's Community Preparedness Manager, on some of the DDME's upcoming outreach activities. Welcome, Mr. Lightbourne. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Joanna, and good morning to the wider Turks and Caicos Islands. Thanks for having me this morning.
We've been seeing DDME on the ground a lot recently. Shed some light on what's been happening at DDME.
Well, Joanna, we've been going around to and visiting the various communities throughout the length and breadth of the Turks and Caicos Islands. This week, in fact, yesterday, we did a walk through the community of Kew and Sandy Point and Whitby, as well as Bottle Creek in North Caicos. It was an outreach to the citizens of those respective communities, just trying to gather a sense of their being connected to DDME. What are some of their concerns? Even though we are narrowing down to our hurricane season, but still get a feel of what they feel and how prepared they are, even though we are winding down to the close of the hurricane season.
Exactly what type of outreach activities or what type of information were you gathering from the residents of North Caicos?
Some of the things that we wanted to gather, especially from the respective residents and their communities, the skill set of persons in those communities, what affects them, whether it's flooding or any other hazard that affects them, how best can DDME reach out and assist, whether it's directly or indirectly through our local partnerships and through our stakeholders. Trying to address their concerns, trying to look at what skill sets they have, trying to build capacity, have a database on all of these persons throughout their communities so that in the event of an event, we would know exactly who to call on and how these persons can assist in, returning these communities, if affected, back to normalcy.
So you'll be using this information to have an alert mechanism in future?
Yes, ma'am, we will be.
All right. Tell us a little bit about the town hall meetings that will be happening later today.
Well, this afternoon, starting at 6 p.m., we will be in the Kew community at the Hubert James Primary School, which houses the Kew Community Center, which again is one of our main shelters in North Caicos. We'll be having a town hall meeting for persons to come out and express their concerns.
You said this is in the Kew Community Center.
Yes.
Is it targeted only for the Kew community residents?
This is targeted for the entire population of North Caicos. Everybody within all communities of North Caicos, you're asked to come out to the town hall meeting tonight in Kew.
All right.
At the Kew Community Center. It's not only for the Kew community.
Okay, so Kew Community Center tonight at 6 p.m.
Tonight at 6 p.m.
For all residents of North Caicos.
For all residents of North Caicos, yes.
What are you going to be discussing within this town hall meeting?
One of the main things we hope to gather from persons out of this meeting is to gain valuable information on what the residents of their community need to better prepare themselves. Some of the major concerns, some of the recommendations moving forward.
What I need if I say I need more money? Would solutions be geared towards that?
No, we are not in the process of giving monies to people. We don't do that. We look forward to hear your concerns.
As it relates to
whatever affects you in your community. How best DDME can reach out and assist you or use other partners to assist you. For example, in the Kew community, you might have a flooding problem. How best DDME can reach out to other government agencies such as Public Works in the implementation of and installing pumps in that area. How best we can reach out to other persons with regards to, building access in the event that the Q community is shut off. How do we get out of the Q community? How
Okay, so
residents
alternative
feel,
routes
alternate routes and all of that, yes.
Why now? It's almost the end of the Atlantic hurricane season for 2019. How is this relevant at this point in time?
Well, Joanna, it is relevant because as we look at climate change, we see weather patterns are changing. We see storms beginning to form prior to the opening of the hurricane season. We see storms forming even after the hurricane season. So we must always be vigilant. We must always be cognizant of the fact that, weather patterns are changing and we must adapt. We must always be aware and be prepared for the unknown.
How is this information going to filter into the future projects in DDME?
Well, what we intend to do in DDME is to continue to take the message throughout the entire Turks and Caicos. We have various methods of doing that. We can do town hall meetings as we're doing now. We tend to use different forums to get this message out to persons in the wider community. We often use the schools. We often visit churches. But I think we're going to work closely along with other NGOs and our stakeholders, taking it to business places. So we're going to go out there and be rapid with this information, passing it along even after the closing of the hurricane season. Remember that if we are to embrace comprehensive disaster management, we need to not only focus on hurricanes, but we need to look at other hazards as well. So it will be an ongoing campaign from the community perspective, and we hope to get this message to each and every citizen within the Turks and Caicos Islands, whichever means necessary.
What follow-up activity can they expect coming out of the town hall meetings? Is it just a one-off meeting, or is there something else that's going to happen after that meeting?
Well, once we would have had the meeting with your respective community, we'll hear your concerns. There are some things that we have planned for each and every community. For example, we're doing a major campaign right now on introducing the CERT program into every community. And the CERT program is basically Community Emergency Response Team training. All right. By that, it means you, the residents of your respective communities, you get firsthand knowledge on training in various aspects of as it relates to disaster management. For example, you get training in fire suppression, you get training in search and rescue. We teach you about terrorism. It's a wide program that we offer in this training. It's very interesting, and of course, it is free.
I was now about to ask if there's a cost attached.
No, it is free for every and all persons residing in the Turks and Caicos Islands. Very interesting program. It lasts about 4 to 5 days, and you will be trained to be the first responders to respond to an event in your community prior to the technocrats arriving at your rescue or to rescue you. So it is very important that you come out and be a part of it. Again, it is free, very interesting, and I know we've been getting a lot of feedback from persons within their respective communities that, hey, Desmond, I want to be a part of it, so sign me up. Again, you can come to our office and sign up, or visit us on our website and sign up as well.
Okay, so the town hall meeting is happening tonight at 6 p.m. for the Q Community
Tonight
Center.
in North Caicos
That's all
at
for North
6.
Caicos.
Yes.
Do you have anything scheduled for Middle Caicos?
We will be visiting the communities of Bambara, Kangba, and Laramis on Thursday. We'll do a walk through those communities. And on Thursday night at 6 p.m., there will be a town hall meeting at the Kangba Community Center in Kangba. And we urge all persons in Middle Caicos to please come out and be a part of it. Don't have a ride, seek help from your local DC, Mr. Freddie Johnson. He will assist you in getting there and taking you back to your respective home.
All right, so just to recap, that's tonight at 6 p.m., Wednesday the 23rd of October. All residents of North Caicos communities are invited to the town hall meeting at the Q Community Center. And this will be followed by the Middle Caicos Town Hall meeting on Thursday the 24th of October at 6 p.m. And all residents of Middle Caicos communities are invited to join DDME at the Kangba Community Center. So folks, we're asking you to spread the word and come out in your numbers. These town hall meetings were designed for you to partner with DDME. It's your opportunity to discuss the hazard-related matters that concern you and share your recommendations and solutions, as well as what training needs you may have. Any final words, Mr. Lightbourne?
Turks and Caicos, please, as I often remind you, disaster management is everybody's business. Come out and be a part of it. Be aware and be prepared. Thank you.
Thank you.